Hello YouTube, it's Chris and I'm back in the Bolt again. Hey, it's been a while, but I just wanted to make a quick video. Some talk about range and how range is affected by climate control. So mostly when you use your air conditioning. Use your air conditioning in your Bolt and you'll see your range actually decrease quite substantially. So I can show you that, and I can show you what I've been doing to get air through the car without actually turning on the air conditioning. So yeah, let's try that. So here you go. If you look at the Bolt, you can see my range right now, 391. Max would be 462 kilometers, minimum 397. Okay, perfect. So keep that number 391 in your head. And let's look at our temperature controls. So if you look at the Bolt, the temperature controls are a mix of fixed buttons and soft buttons. And to be honest, I don't really use the soft buttons all that much. I use the fixed buttons mostly. So let's try this, and what you're going to notice here is when I turn on the air conditioning on auto, you're going to see our range, 391, drop way down. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to press the button, and here we go. Okay, and it should climb up here again once we've turned off the air conditioning. Okay, so yeah, that's not a big deal. I mean, that's like most cars, right? If you use your air conditioning in any car, diesel, gasoline, whatever, the air conditioning is still going to use fuel to give you that cooling. The difference here is, again, this isn't a gas meter, this is range, so it's giving us real-time change on our range as opposed to just a fuel gauge, which you may not notice that slight difference. So anyway, when you're driving in your Bolt and you want to get air in the car, but not necessarily take that huge hit on range because you don't want to use air conditioning, what I've been doing here is just touching my auto button once. What it'll do is it'll actually take you back to your previous temperature. Sorry, not your previous temperature, but where you previously left the dial. So watch this. If I press it once, it comes on to 1 bar, and you'll notice that there's no air conditioning on. So this allows me to get air through the cab without any air conditioning. I've taken no hit whatsoever to my range because the air conditioning's not on. Now, of course, I can move this up and do more bars if I want, but I usually just keep it on 1 or off, right? And I haven't touched any of these at all. So let's just turn this off. Okay, so we're going down the road and we want to get some air through the cabin. I just hit auto and it turns it on to 1 bar and I get through some air. It doesn't affect my range whatsoever. Now, if I hit auto again, you'll see it turns on the air conditioning, turns on the fan to full auto, and I get my hit on my range. So I can turn the fan way down again, hit auto. This time, look, the air conditioning came on because I didn't turn it off. So let's turn it off. Fan on 1. Turn it completely off. 391, turn on auto, hit auto once, and there's no problem with range whatsoever. So on fan setting 1, let's just turn on the AC manually, and yeah, you take a hit. Look at that, just turning on the air conditioning. Forget the fan, just turning on the air conditioning is a huge hit to range. Let's turn it off again, and it'll drop back up to 391, I'm sure. Okay, great. So let's now let's just keep the air conditioning off, but turn the fan up. Okay, so the fan is on 8. Okay, so the fan has little or no effect on range. Really, all it is your heat or air conditioning. So that actually works really well. Just keep your air conditioning off. Turn it off by pressing the fan all the way down. Hit auto. You'll go right back to your fan setting. And yeah, no heat. Perfect. No air conditioning. And no hit to range. Press it again. And boom. We're going to go right to 21 degrees. Fans on high. range is hit. All right, so enough of that. Let's stop it. So I hope that was somewhat helpful. It's just, that's the way I've been using the Bolt all summer long. And yeah, it's not too hot in Vancouver, so I think without the air conditioning, it's mostly fine during the summer. You know, winter hasn't come yet. Winter is coming. Winter's coming. And we'll see how it performs over the winter when you use the heat. But what I'm going to say is, you know, radio, fan, all those things do not affect range at all. It's really just when you turn on the air conditioning that I've experienced so far. So I hope that was interesting.